3 years ago, I lost my legs in a crash. It also stole my independence and came dangerously close to stealing my will to live. But in a twist I never imagined, it also brought him into my life in a way I couldn't have foreseen. Before I begin, thank you to my amazing subscribers. Your support allows me to share stories that aren't always neat or easy, stories that live in the rough, painful corners of life. This one, it's messy, but please, stay with me. The doctor called me lucky. Lucky the semi didn't flatten me entirely. Lucky my spine held together. Lucky my son, Logan, wasn't in the passenger seat that night. Lucky, they said. Strange word to describe a woman who can't walk 10 steps without her legs crying out in pain. Our little house in Ohio once felt empty when Logan was off at school. Now it feels crowded. He's everywhere, preparing meals, rearranging pillows, helping me in and out of the shower when my body gives out. He's not just my son anymore. He's a grown man. That's something no one tells you when you have a baby at 16. Someday, that baby becomes someone tall, broad, and strong. Logan works in construction. His hands are rough, his voice deep, and those eyes, they mirror his father's, the same man who bolted the moment a pink line appeared on a stick. Mom! I jumped. Logan stood in the doorway, holding a steaming bowl of soup. You skipped lunch again. I wasn't hungry. You never are, he said, setting the bowl beside me on the nightstand. You were in pain earlier, he added, not as a question but a fact. I didn't respond. He could always tell. Without asking, he sat beside me on the edge of the bed and gently rolled up my pant leg. My breath hitched. The skin was misshapen, raw reminders of surgeries and survival. Can I? He asked softly. I nodded. At first, his touch was clinical. He worked the knots behind my knee, firm but careful. Then, his thumb slid upward, grazing a tense spot along my inner thigh. I bit my lip. You're tense, he murmured. You don't know the half of it. He adjusted the blanket, tucking it around me, his hands gentle but sure. Not inappropriate. Not exactly. Still, my pulse jumped. It's just the warmth, I told myself. Just the comfort of pain relief. But then his fingertips brushed the hem of my shorts, and I forgot how to breathe. He froze. We both did. A heartbeat passed. Then he cleared his throat, tugged my pant leg back down. Better. No, yes. Thanks, sweetheart. He lingered a second, like there was more on his mind. Then he picked up the soup and walked out. I stared at the ceiling. My thoughts spun back to that moment, his touch almost slipping somewhere it shouldn't. And for the first time in years, I felt something besides pain. Something dangerous. Part 2. The next time he touched me, I knew it had nothing to do with my injuries. Sunlight spilled through the curtains, too bright, too soft for the storm churning inside my chest. I hadn't slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt his hands. Warm. Calloused. Lingering. I tried to convince myself it was innocent. A son caring for his mother. A caretaker easing tension. But the way my skin reacted to his hands, that wasn't pain relief. The soft squeak of Logan's door opening pulled me from my thoughts. I quickly adjusted the blanket over my lap, shielding more than just skin, hiding everything racing through my mind. Footsteps. Then he was there, shadow darkening my doorway. You're up early, he said, voice low and thick from sleep. He was shirtless, just sweatpants riding low on his hips, a tattoo curling over his side. One he got last summer without asking me. I pulled my gaze away. Couldn't sleep. Nightmares again. No. You. He nodded once, then walked in and sat beside me, just like he had the night before. Without a word, he peeled back the blanket and placed his hands on my bare calf. I flinched. Sorry. Hands are cold, he said. But that wasn't why I stiffened. It was the way his fingers pressed into my skin, not just to soothe, but with a slowness, an attention, that felt like he was mapping me. You're tight everywhere, he whispered. I swallowed. Last night I convinced myself it was a fluke. A one-time thing. But this morning, his touch, his rhythm, there was intention behind it. His palm glided up the back of my thigh. Logan, I said softly. Relax, he replied, his voice deeper than usual. Let your body rest. I didn't fight the massage. I fought the way my body betrayed me. The hitch in my breath when his fingers drifted close to the edge of my shorts. The twist in my stomach when I caught him staring. Not like a son. Like a man. A knock on the front door cracked the moment wide open. Logan jerked his hands away. "Were you expecting someone?" "No." He stretched, his muscles shifting beneath his skin. "I'll see who it is." My breath shuddered out. My skin still tingled from his touch. From the living room, I heard voices. Mrs. Whitmore, our gossip-loving neighbor, offering to grab groceries. Logan gave her a polite no. Then the door shut. When he returned, I couldn't read his expression. "You think she suspects?" My heart stilled. "Suspects what?" He smirked. "That we never returned her casserole dish." I laughed, but my hands trembled, because for a moment I thought he meant us.